That's smart.
When you just browse at memes, but you actually learn something.
Yeah.
Welcome to Rock to Anywhere, the show that's recorded inside a 100-degree closet. I'm Corban.
And I'm Sofia.
Today on the show we have lots of things related to 4th of July Independence Day celebrations. But first, one piece of follow-up from last week, and that is I incorrectly defined a hot rod. It's actually a motor vehicle that has been specifically modified to give it extra power or speed. So, I said it was an old car. Anyway, thought of the week. What do you have for us, Sophia?
So, when you're listening to music, the voice in your head can perfectly, like if you're listening to a rap song, the voice in your head can keep up, but then when you try to whisper it, you're like totally off.
Uh-huh. You think, I can totally do that. And then you try and it's a failure. So, my thought of the week is I'd always wondered, what does English sound like to people who don't speak English? Because us native, mostly, almost all English speakers, like, who don't know other languages, we all hear other languages and then we start to try to imitate them by doing, like, their signature sounds. So when you hear Russian, you think of the R's, and, like, you don't really know how you can place it, but you know that's that sound that comes from that type of language. Well, I'd always thought, what do people in places like China and Russia think when they hear English and they can't speak or understand English? And I stumbled across this video that I have no idea how to pronounce, but it's this Italian guy who took what he thinks English sounds like and created an entire song out of what he thinks English sounds like to non-English speakers. And I'm going to play that for you now.
Freezing cold in Nancy 9 years old.
You the cold maze say one freezing cold in Nancy 9 years old. All right.
To me, I've already heard this like 5 times, and every single time I still can't hear. The only word I've heard so far is all right.
Yeah. And as we heard
and
earlier,
weather.
What?
And weather.
Yeah. Like we heard earlier, he exaggerated the R.
Yeah.
And what I've heard before from like linguists and stuff on the show is that people for other languages think that Americans, our sounds are the S and the T and the R, the way we pronounce them. And you can see the full video with the skit and everything in it and try to figure it out yourself, but you cannot figure out what they're saying no matter how hard your brain tries to understand it. Because you think it's English, but then when you pay attention to it, you're like...
We're wheezing all right.
Yeah.
And
some people in the comments say, this is what lyrics sound like when I'm not paying attention to what's playing on the radio.
Yeah.
Well, I sit on sleeping at the kid on the scene till I just a number dump home had a good time. The left face to go. We've been seeing in the stand and the shoes are coming in. There's 2 other cars that number 4 other guys to stay.
So I thought that would be interesting for you guys to hear, because sometimes you wonder stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, this week we have a very special game time. Again, at the beginning of these, I like to preface that I did most of the research myself, but I got the game premise and stuff. from NPR's game show Ask Me Another. So, today's game is called Clickbait History. I took some of the most historical events and such and gave them a clickbait title as if they were a BuzzFeed article. I have one,
Corban is not good at clickbait, so don't get mad.
So here's how the game works. I'm going to tell Sophia the clickbait title, and she has to say what the historical event was. Our first question today is, or clickbait title is, You had one job. Watch these Wall Street fools' epic 1929 fail.
What does you have one job have to do with anything?
So their job was to, okay, this is a hint. Their job was to keep the economy running. 1929, Wall Street, a fail. Okay, I thought you would get this one, but it's the Great Depression. Our second question today. Oh, no, they didn't. You won't believe what these 56 colonists just signed.
The Declaration of Independence.
Correct. On July 23rd, 1969, two guys used this one weird trick to cut their weight by 83%.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's a significant historical event. That's a given. So here's my hint. You cut your weight when you lose gravity. What happened?
Two guys did not go to the moon.
Yeah, they did. Two did, and they played golf. I'm not joking. They went and they played golf. There's three guys, actually, as far as I know. It's the Buzz and the other two. Buzz and the other two. Okay, but you got it. Number 3. In 1989, these people thought that they were vandalizing a wall. What did they really do? Germany will never be the same. Your hint is Germany was split into two things by what?
A wall.
And so, again,
The Berlin Wall.
there you go. You got it. So you've officially won, but let's just do our bonus question is Trend Alert. Art, sciences, and humanities are way up after centuries of garbage. I didn't expect you to get this one, but for people... all close. So, there was the Dark Ages, and after the Dark Ages, you went into the Renaissance. So, there you go. But you still won. You got 3 out of 5 questions. Let's move on.
I have some riddles, so... Oh, wait. We're going to make this game. You have to get 3.
Okay.
At least 3. For what number can you take half and leave nothing?
Half. 1/2.
No, it's a whole number. And let me give you a hint. It's less than 10 and more than 5.
And it's a whole number?
Yes, and it's even.
8?
Yes.
I have no idea why that makes sense, but I feel like it had something to do with eating.
It's because if you take half of 8, it leaves a 0.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah, okay. What table has legs?
All tables?
Doesn't have legs.
Oh.
What table doesn't have legs? It's a type of food.
A pie chart.
Hold on, it's a type of food.
Oh, a little pizza table? The things they stick in the middle of pizza boxes? I have no idea.
A vegetable.
Oh, it's a play on words.
What wears a cap but has no head?
A toothpaste. Toothpaste has a cap, but doesn't have a head.
Okay, you're close. It's a water bottle.
I guess anything with a cap could work.
Yeah, so, okay, you got that one. So that's...
Just thinking of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie's dad with the toothpaste factory.
What has teeth but cannot eat?
A zipper?
Yes.
I was only thinking about that because what I saw on, where did I see that? I saw that somewhere. I don't remember where.
Yeah, so you didn't win. Wait. No, yes, you did. Because I thought there was 4, but there was only 3, so.
Insert sound of cheering kids here.
Yes.
Now, some people, it's your first time listening, you may think that we talk a lot of bunkum. That's today's word of the day. Or learn a word. Bunkum. Nonsense. Example sentence. They talk a lot of bunkum about their products. bunkum. Bunkum. But we won't talk any more bunkum. Let's go over to joke time.
Oh, these are our Father's Day jokes because Father's Day here is tomorrow.
Yeah, but this is coming out next Saturday, so
It's fine.
it's a week late. But we missed Mother's Day too, so it's all okay.
Why did the cookie cry?
Because it crumbled?
Because his father was away for so long. A wafer?
Huh.
A wafer?
How come there's no knock-knock joke about America?
Because we let everyone in.
No, because freedom rings.
What did Daddy Spider say to the baby spider?
You have short legs, but I'm daddy long legs.
You spend too much time on the web.
Now, the day this comes out, I believe the new Despicable Me movie is like coming out in a week, so I got one related to that. It was a Craigslist ad. It said, Despicable Me toys for sale. Just head over to Groupon. Groupon.
Oh.
Yeah. And, it didn't make any sense on Craigslist, but I saw it on Reddit. Thought it was funny.
What do you call your dad when he falls through the ice?
I have no idea.
A popsicle.
What was the most popular dance in 1776? Independence.
What did the daddy tomato say to the baby tomato?
I haven't the foggiest idea.
Ketchup.
Why hasn't Abraham Lincoln ever been charged with a crime? Because he's innocent.
You know how in police cars they have red and blue lights on top?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you know those shoes that are like fake Yeezys and they light up?
I think so.
Okay, so the police should wear those so that whenever they have to like run out and run after somebody, they have like red and blue lights on their feet and they're just like running.
I've always thought about that. They should give police dogs light collars or something. That would be so cool. Or little like tail caps, so when the dogs are wagging their tails, it creates like a nice blur light or something.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Like just put glow.
Glow sticks?
No, the liquid.
Oh.
Pour it on the dog.
I say that stuff is dangerous. What's the difference between a duck and George Washington?
Wait. I don't know.
One has a bill on his face, and the other has his face on a bill. My last one is, what did one flag say to the other flag? Nothing, it just waved.
Oh, I knew it had something to do with waving.
Okay, an upcoming holiday. As you probably know, 4th of July is already coming up in, from when this releases it, just a few days. But for the rest of July, if you want to know what's going on, Rhett and Link used to have a show called The Mythical Show, and at the beginning of every month, they would celebrate all of the holidays in that month at the same time, within 2 minutes. So if you want to see Rhett and Link celebrate all the holidays in the month of July in 3 minutes, head over to the show notes, rta.space/31, and you can get the timestamp link to take you right there. If you want to know a holiday right now, Monday the 26th of June will be Please Take My Children to Work Day. The title and the description made no sense, so I thought I'd just leave it with that. It wasn't Take Your Kids to Work Day, it was Take My Children to Work Day. Before we go on today, I just want to remind everyone to please rate us on iTunes. Not iTunes anymore, it's called Apple Podcasts. I should know that by now. That is all. Now on to Today I Learned. For me, today I learned that, before I say this, I found this website on Reddit, and it's called toiletpaperworld.com, and it's a whole website dedicated to nothing but just talking about toilet paper, and it has been running for 10 years. And on this website, this is what I got. Today I learned that colored toilet paper used to be really popular back in the 1970s, especially matching it to your bathroom decor, and they were selling it in the colors of pink, blue, yellow, lilac, tan, and black. And they liked just matching the color of the toilet paper to the color of the bathroom's wallpaper. And now doctors warned the companies that possible damage to the environment, and it affected the sales so badly that companies just stopped making it.
Yeah, I walked in when I walked into and past Corban, and he was looking at the website, and he goes, "If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just looking up stuff for the podcast." And then I said, "Okay."
Because it's just a huge picture of a pink roll of toilet paper on my screen. And I was just looking at it, and she walked by like, "What are you looking at?" Apparently, it also could cause diseases, so that's another reason they got rid of it.
Oh. I'm like corn on the cob.
Today's YYY is Texas weather. Gotta say it. We're burning up in this.
It was hotter in Alabama than it was over here.
Yeah, but the other day on Reddit, I saw this post. It says, "You don't think Texas can have every temperature and every season at once? Well, look at this." And it's this overview of the state of Texas, where the upper left-hand corner, it's like 20-something degrees, and in the lower right-hand corner, it's 130. And it's just spread out completely perfectly, going from super cold to super hot. And I'm like, there you go, Texas is so big, we have every single season running at the same time. And it gets, like, we can wake up, it's so nice and 60 degrees in the morning.
Yep.
And then, like, it can be 4 seconds, it's 100 degrees already. It just...
And then you come back in because it's hot, and then you go back out and it's raining.
Yeah, it's just... It's like that. Okay, there's a Mickey Mouse cartoon from like 1980 or something, where Donald Duck is inside his house, and on the window on the left side of his house it's snowing. On the window on the right side of his house it's raining, and on the front window of his house it's a sunny day, and he can't decide what the weather is.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a hilarious cartoon.
I want to watch that again.
So today we're gonna be giving tips for 2 things. My first one is tips for watching fireworks. Do you have any?
Don't watch them.
Don't get near them.
I never saw a point in fireworks.
Yeah, me neither. They're just loud. Every time I think about fireworks, I think of the Martha Speaks episode where Martha's trying to get everyone in the town to sign the petition to ban fireworks because they scare dogs.
They don't scare Bailey, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's
you can
probably
pop
deaf.
one of those fake firecrackers in front of her and she'll still sleep.
Or because she's deaf. You made her deaf.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So my thing was, you can watch fireworks on the top of your car, but, like, if you're heavy, watch out for making dents in the top of your car. Because Sophia and I got on top of our family's minivan to watch fireworks.
Oh, yeah, this is back when we were, like, 5 years old.
Yeah, and we left a significant dent in there that we had to keep punching it from the inside of the car to shape the car back together.
Yes.
The roof of your house is the optimal place because, like, you don't want to be on the ground with all the mosquitoes and bugs and stuff.
Or you don't want to be on top of your house with all the bees.
Yeah, but watch out. Yeah, Jordan. Mm-hmm.
Jordan.
Yeah, you know, he had the carpenter bees eating his house.
No, we had bees.
Well, yeah, we had bees on top of our house once, too.
All I did was bring one gummy worm up there, and there was a bunch of bees.
My thing is, if you're watching on top of your roof of your house and you have skylights, watch out for those. Like, don't sit on top of them.
I did that.
Yeah, we speak from experience.
Yes.
You will fall through.
Yes. I didn't fall through because it was like plastic dome and then a glass.
Well, it started
plastic
cracking, and she caught herself before she would have fallen through.
Yeah, but the stuff fell through.
Yeah, but it's still cracked.
Yeah.
It's probably why it's so hot in here. There's also, if you're in a place where there's like a ban on fireworks or something, there's always virtual reality. Mm-hmm. Or you can stick your phone or computer in a dark room and then have your screen at the brightest and like the fireworks pop really nicely. Okay, so we're going to move on to some tips for cookouts because, I mean, that seems to be a thing that a lot of people do around 4th of July time. You have any tips for eating? Now, I
have tips for eating.
Yes, so I was thinking about this and I thought, hey, Sophia should talk about how she mixes condiments like ketchup and stuff together. So, what do you do?
Okay, so when I'm eating a hot dog, if there's no cheese, you put only ketchup. And that's it. Now, if there's cheese and you're really hungry, then you put ketchup and mayo, and you mix it together to make this thing that looks like really bad mustard, and it tastes really good. And then, don't ever put mustard on anything, except maybe a corn dog.
I ate mustard once and I thought I was going to die.
And then, let's see here.
Someone tricked me and told me it was Cheese Whiz, so I ate it. It wasn't Cheese Whiz.
Let's see.
See, my tip for...
Oh, yeah, and you have to put more mayonnaise than ketchup.
Yeah, so, like, if you make this mix, I heard this thing from Dan Pashman over at the Sporkful podcast. He calls it hot dog handle, and you take half of the bun of a hot dog, and you wrap it around one end, and you basically create a handle for your hot dog, and then you can dip the hot dog in all sorts of different, like, condiments and stuff. It works, but if you like eating a lot of bread with it, then go ahead and do it the normal way. But I've tried it a few times here and there, and I thought it was a cool idea. But of course, when you're out here at these cookouts, usually they're outside. And if you don't have access to sitting somewhere inside or with a net or something, or the fly net on your gazebo is torn, like us, here's how to deal with some flies. So, you can grab 2 plates when you're in line with other people, if they're there, and you use one as the shell, like a lid to your plate. So when you're eating, you just take out what you're going to eat, then you cover it up, and then you have a lid for the top of your plate. Just make sure not to pile your plate too high, because then you can't put the lid on. Now, the other thing is, this might sound a little weird, but wear pants no matter how hot it is, especially if there's going to be a lot of mosquitoes.
Yes.
Because it's better for you to be really hot but not itching than to be cool with just blood covering your entire leg from all the itching and scratching.
Yeah.
Unless you have mosquito repellent or something. That's always good.
Yeah, but then you still smell.
Yeah, then you smell bad.
And then when you're eating your hot dog, you
and you get it all over your hands, and then it'll taste bad. The last thing is, here at our neighborhood cookout, everyone wants to sit in a chair, but no one wants to bring a chair.
Yes.
So usually it's just some people from across like the street who bring their like 15 chairs, but there's like 40 people there, so it's like a scramble for everyone to get their own chair. And the thing is, drinks will not work as a placeholder, because you can pick up the drink and just set it on the ground. What I was saying is, you have to make it so that the effort required to move your stuff off the chair is not worth it for the person trying to take your chair. Which means you practically have to bring your entire house with you. So those are our tips for cookouts and stuff. Hope you have a good time at your 4th of July things, or if you're just doing something by yourself. Watch fireworks on TV, I guess.
Or you could just watch a movie, because that's better.
Yeah. Well, that's it for today's episode. I want to thank you for listening. Now, before you go, we're going to introduce a new segment called Recommendation of the Week, where we recommend you guys something to check out. What's your recommendation?
If you're going to do YouTuber, it's going to be Tanner Bronger.
And summarize what he does in a sentence.
He entertains you no matter what you like. He entertains you.
The views represented by the host do not necessarily represent the views of Melted Chocolate Media or any of its employees.
Yes, they do. You watch him and you were laughing.
I was laughing at how terrible the camera work was.
Yeah, right.
Okay, my recommendation this week is the Celebrity Podcast. Now, I recently discovered the show and realized that the last episode posted was November of 2016. I literally subscribed, and the next day there was a new episode for the first time in a few months from the host. Anyway, the show is, in a sentence, basically the host. What she does is she interviews kids in the acting industry. So kids from Disney shows, Nickelodeon shows, Cartoon Network shows. Voiceover doesn't matter. She just sits them down, talks to them, asks them questions about what they do, and how they got to where they were. That's not really a sentence, that was more of a paragraph. Anyway, talking about subscribing to shows and YouTube channels, if this is your first time, please subscribe to our show. You can find the best way for you to listen at rta.space/listen. Please review us on iTunes. Give us a little rating here and there. You don't have to write anything, just a few stars. And if you have any suggestions for our show, you can email us, rocketoanywhereshow@gmail.com. And you can follow us on Twitter The show is at RTE Show. Or you can follow me on Twitter at Corban Garcia. Sophia's on Instagram at
extra_Sophia, and it's SOFIA.
not PH.
Yes.
You can get the show notes for this week's episode at rta.space/31. You can listen to that full song of what English sounds like to other people. There's a really funny thing to it. It was shot on like a reality TV show. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Until the week from next week, this rocket has landed.
Bye-bye.